Hello everyone. Today's session is about the CentreStack white label iOS client. So it's called Cloud Drive, and um, you can download it directly from the Apple App Store. And if you are a service manager, service provider, you could also brand it into your own name. Instead of using white label, you could get it into your own artwork and your brand. So with that said, we've already logged in. So it's folders and files, so you can navigate. It's using the iOS paradigm, so it's the navigation controller. So you just click into a folder, you swipe to the left on its own, and then exposing the next level of folder contents. And you could also go back into the previous parent folder. So parents are going to the left and children are going to the right, and so then you can browse the folder structure back and forth. So that's a very typical iOS usage pattern there. So that usage pattern doesn't have too much to talk about. So in today's session, we are going to be talking about the application integration. So the ability to be able to view and edit documents from the external cloud drive. So we are in Microsoft Word now. So if the cloud drive is not showing up, you just need to enable it. And after it's enabled, you can open an existing file. So for example, we can open up this doc1. So the doc1 Word doc was sitting inside the CentreStack cloud drive, which after white label, you can brand it into some other names. And we are editing the file directly. So using a third-party Microsoft Word app, right? So with Office 365 becoming more and more popular, so that could become a default editing doc on iOS device. So we just did it, and then now we switch back to our iOS app, and then we open it up to take a look. And you see this line now added from iOS Word has been saved back into the CentreStack. So now CentreStack, you can, this specific feature is called Document Provider. So that's an iOS, I believe iOS 8 and above feature that you could save documents back. So now let's try a different app. So this app is the Page app, an Apple app. So let's do send a copy. So send a copy is different from save directly, right? So then, it has two rows, and the bottom row is cloud drive. So it's kind of like a save, a floppy kind of icon. So you can save and export files from other third-party app. So this is called an action extension. So you can save to the file. So now that PDF file has been exported from the Apple Pages app to CentreStack. So now let's take a look to see if we could find, I think it's called SA2. Yeah, there you go. It was a page file and exported as a PDF file. So let's just open it up. So this file was in the Pages, but now it's in CentreStack. So this is feature number 2, that you can use the action extension to work on an existing third-party owned property, a file, right? In iOS, everything was sandboxed away from each other. That's great for security, but not so great for document sharing. So now Apple in iOS 8 put back some nice features to be able to share. Now let's try Excel, but this is the Apple's Excel, which is Apple Numbers. It's called Numbers. So now we are going to go ahead and use yet another way of doing so, which is an import the first row. So this was the original open in. So that was a feature from, I think, iOS 4, iOS 3 timeframe. You can do an open in, means you can have an app can do an open in to kind of voluntarily send a file, a document to the other app. So there's multiple ways to, so to use an analogy, the apps in iOS device are kind of like in their own islands. There's no connections, there's no connectivities, and they're just isolated from each other. And then now Apple has, you know, 3 different ways: the document provider way, the action extension way, and the open-in way, right? So different ways to share. So now we use the Apple numbers to export this blank spreadsheet file. The spreadsheet was originated from numbers, and they export to CentreStack. And then from CentreStack now we use another app, which is the Microsoft Excel, and we now use Excel to open up the app. Use the app to open up the doc, and then save it directly back to CentreStack, right? So now what we are demonstrating here is you can still use CentreStack even though all the multiple applications and devices are all demonstrated from one single location. But you can see if you're in a team environment, multiple people, multiple iPhone devices can collaborate. Thank you.